see the vein coming in. And then
right
the next frame, it's gone.
Right there,
you can see the hole on the elbow.
I think you're hitting high.
High?
Right there.
No, I don't.
Bullshit. Go back, because that white is...
If I hit him there, that's perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's find out.
Go back.
The sound's really good.
Deer's dead right now. I'm telling you.
That's a big son of a bitch, ain't he? Heading into this fall, I didn't really have a whole lot of big mature deer. What I did have was a really nice wide 10-pointer, which coincidentally ended up being the deer I killed with a shotgun this year. He was my number one going into the fall and through October, and he was the deer I was hunting. But early November, I had a deer that I did not recognize just pop out of nowhere and just giant. Big deer. One of those where you see the pictures and you're just scanning through, click, 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 whoa, back up, because the thing's big. And I was like, who is this deer? Well, I went back to last year's trail camera pictures, and sure enough, I found him. He's a deer I knew pretty well, actually. He just blew up for 2018. And so I started looking a little more into what he did last year. And he was doing, the same thing for 2 months. He spent all of November, December in this one brushy area. He was evidently bedding in this big brushy creek bottom and then just hanging out in the fields and edges around there. I figure I better go ahead and hunt that area again this year, because if he does anything at all like he had done previously, he was going to give me a chance. So between me getting the pictures of him and it being shotgun season, I had about a week, which was my week of vacation. And I hunted really 2 stands really hard, which sounds like a good way to burn them up. But these stands are set so I can enter and exit, clean. Wind's usually really good. I never have issues with getting busted. So if I just put time in there, chances are he's going to show up. Well, he didn't show up. And so we went into shotgun season. I had gotten pictures of him a few days prior with a doe, running a doe hard. So I knew he was with her, and she had been in this area too, and the picture was in this area, so I was hoping that she would drag him out and give me a chance with a shotgun. Sitting on a big field, I can see a couple 100 yards. Figure my chances are pretty good. Well, sure enough, the first time I get to lay eyes on this guy, I'm sitting in the stand. It's a good night. Deer are moving early. They're all over already. And I see a doe come into the field that's acting like she's in heat. She's by herself, big mature doe, moseying through. And sure enough, this big guy was behind her. And he ended up pushing her out into the middle of this cornfield. There were several other small bucks in the field, and they were trying to test him a little bit. He wasn't having it. So he shoved this doe hundreds of yards away, off into this thick, nasty brush. And I'm sitting here with a shotgun feeling helpless. I'm thinking, do I get down? Do I try to get over there? There's already deer in the field. I can't move. So I decided just to hang tight. Maybe he'll work back through here. Maybe she'll bust out of that brush. Another buck will move him out. Who knows? It wasn't 30 minutes later. My previous number one deer, that big white 10-pointer, comes out of the same little area, but he's just focused on feeding. And he feeds up into the corn, minding his own business, and I get a good look at him, and I can't pass this deer up. I know the giant's up here, but I'm not gonna pass up my number 2 deer. Well, he goes back to feeding, turns around, straight to me, boom, drop him right in the field. First deer with a shotgun. But the main purpose of that whole story is that was the first time I laid eyes on this really big dude. And so I knew that he was still gonna be close. And I knew the week of Thanksgiving was coming up, and he was probably gonna be between does, and I was gonna have a couple of days off. have no idea what spooked him. He was at 50 yards. It's 120. He stopped, stared for a while, took off running, snorted. I don't know how many times you can bust a booner without running him out of an area entirely. But it looks like I'm trying to find out. The rest of that weekend, I didn't want to mess with this deer. So after I busted him twice in a row, seen him 3 hunts in a row, I decided let's give him a break before I run him out of the area entirely if I haven't already. The next weekend is second shotgun season. I only had that one gun tag, so I can't hunt. I take Bailey out. We go, we have fun. We don't kill anything, but we have a good time. So after me and Bailey are done shotgun hunting, I decide I still want to give this deer some time. The following weekend, I don't even go. I just want that deer to settle in. December the 15th, I run to town, I get some gas and stuff. I had to work on some things. And on the way back from town, my truck starts running like trash. So I get home, I can't decide if I need to fix the truck. It's a little warm, it's a nice day, I might as well do it today. Eventually I screw it, you're not gonna kill this deer if you don't get after him. You know what he wants to do right now. Go get in a tree, let's go try to kill this deer. The big guy I'm after bed's pretty close to here. I have never witnessed him in this field, but I don't hunt over here a lot either. So I'm in here doing 2 things. One, of course, hoping I run into this guy. If I don't run into him, at the very least, I'm gonna get a camera put up on my way out. And just another little place to keep tabs and see if that deer will show up. I've got about a month left. That's the noise I wanted to make. Motherfucker. For the wind direction I have, it's mine and his best option, I feel like, so you never know. It sounded good, didn't it?
It's so quiet though. You punch diaphragm, it sounds like. But what the arrow go through it? Or
I can't see it right here. Got the card out of the camera. Oh, let me plug this phone in. So, I have the card out of the camera. I've got the arrow already. Actually, I'll just show you guys that. So here's the arrow. It doesn't look too bad. Looks like there's a little bit of gut on there maybe. I'm colorblind as heck, guys, so the blood color looks good, but there is a little gut. But that's because he's quartering a little. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I got the card out of the camera, put it in the computer. I've got the video here. Let's see what this looks like. I think we got him. I think we got him. He had the right leg, front right leg back, and I hit the back of that shoulder. So I think I got the back of the lungs, for sure a lung, maybe liver and gut. But I don't think he's gonna go very far. If I got all three of those, we can track him tonight. Damn, I can't tell.
I'm telling you. I would almost bet a side bet that your arrow is up there. You hit the thin part of the blade.
It sounds like that.
And that.
It doesn't sound like ribs.
And once you zoomed in on it, where that last arrow disappears, and you can see where it goes to darker on the hide, where it enters it.
Just, I mean, what am I gonna gain?
I don't know if I wouldn't wait till morning if I were you. But I would wait later. I don't think that's...
So we decide, let's go to town, get some food. Let's go to the landowner next door. This deer didn't run to the neighboring property, but he did. He is in a place where it would be much easier for me to get in there if I can access through their empty field. And so we go and do that. The guy was great, cool with that. Come back home, watch the video a bunch more times. Finally, you know, Trevor's worn out. He's trying to go coyote hunting, and I'm not shutting up. Finally, I'm like, dude, go coyote hunting. I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta get some sleep. Tomorrow morning at daylight, when you're done coyote hunting, come back here, we'll go get the thing. And reluctantly, he's like, yeah, sure, all right. You just wasted half my night, now you want to waste half my next day when I'm not sleeping. Great buddy, because he ends up going coyote hunting, and I'm figuring now I'm going to have to find some plans in the morning. Because I can't blood trail, I'm colorblind as could be. I don't blood trail very well. I end up drinking whiskey and staring at my computer until like 1 in the morning. Finally get to bed. Wake up, I got a Snapchat from Trevor. He's in my driveway. He didn't go 100 yards.
Took him just a hair to open up, but yeah, he is.
Dude, I almost cried.
I cried getting him out of here. Why do you have to die on that side?
That's wide open right up there. Dude, that's... He didn't go anywhere. We literally found him within 2 minutes of coming in here. He had went nowhere. The shot, if you can see the exits a little bit back, he was quartering to a little bit. I still got both lungs, evidently liver. exited in the gut, which is what made me nervous. But I didn't need to be because he's right here. So this is the deer that I've been just chasing all over. I've seen this guy 4 times in a row. The last 4 times I've bow hunted, I've seen this deer. I've never done that with a 1-year-old, so to pull it off with a guy like this is just lucky, is what it is. He's big. I don't know if he's my biggest, I don't care. But just an awesome, awesome story. It's been a really good past 3 years. I'm just blessed to have the places to go, to have the means to get out there and do it, to have family and friends that enjoy it and support it. And you know, it's one way to get meat for sure. I don't buy meat from the grocery store, but I also do it for fun, and I won't apologize for that. And it's just been a really, really great run, and I'm beyond grateful. And I'm super happy that I get to share it with you all this year. I started filming because I love looking back on this stuff. I love looking at my buddies and me interact when we do these things, and so I'm gonna continue to do it. Put the cherry on this one and head into winter small game and predator hunting and all that good stuff. But anyways, guys, appreciate you watching this stuff. It's fun for me to share with y'all. It's just a hell of a season, and super happy. I don't know how to end this, so I'm just going to shut it off. Thanks, guys.
I've been